Here it is, Finally TV. Your host Gabriel, voice of the valley. Let's go! Tune in, subscribe, YouTube, let's get it. Finally TV, here we are, Voice of the Valley, Season 2, Episode 2. It is your boy Gabriel here once again. Remember, don't just dream, inspire. Don't just imagine, create. And just don't believe, achieve. That's the way it goes down right here on Finally TV. And today, for Episode 2, I have a special guest. We have this dude hailing from Poughkeepsie. You might know the name. His name is Can. Say what's up, sir.
Yo, what's going on, bro? How
Chilling,
you doing
man.
today, man?
Chilling, man.
Shout out to everybody watching Finally TV. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate the invite, man.
Oh, man.
Appreciate it.
I should have had you on last season, so my bad. You know, Poughkeepsie legend right here, if you don't know, represents TCP, right? Tree City Partners.
Tree City Partners.
You know what I mean?
In the building.
Yes, sir. You might know the name, a little familiarity, because DJ Kirk Crazy, just on the last episode, was shouting y'all out.
Right,
he is the resident DJ I hear for you guys.
Know. Shout out to Kirk Crazy. Shout out to D Johns.
You know,
TCP in the building all the time, every time.
There it is. There it is. So, Cans, the whole point of my show is to let the people know who you are.
All right.
You know,
yeah.
There's a lot of talented people in the area, and some of them have had some pretty successful little, runs around the area. But I think your run might be one of the longer runs and maybe one of the more successful ones, So I just want the people today are going to learn about a rapper named Cans, straight up hip hop artist, dope, all right? So let's start like if we never knew you though.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So where were you born and how'd you end up in the Hudson Valley?
Born in Poughkeepsie. I'm from Poughkeepsie.
Okay.
My whole family, pretty much my whole family, both sides was out here, you know what I mean? So we're from Poughkeepsie.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And then we talked a little bit about it, but what brings you here today? What is it about Cans that brings them to the show today? What do you want to talk about?
Man, we could talk about anything, but I got a lot of things going on, a lot of things we've done. So I like being a part of anything that's in the area, you know what I mean? The 845.
Got you.
You know what I mean? If somebody out here doing something, I'm trying to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I could feel that. I hope you.
Positive stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. And what I'm looking for from you is the invite came to you because you are one hell of a rapper, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't think they know. They're gonna learn today. They're probably hearing some music. And remember, wherever you might be hearing music during this interview, it's this gentleman's music minus the intro and outro. So let's talk about your projects you got here in front of me real quick so the people know so they can go check that out.
Out right now, I got Push Your Poetry, you know what I mean? You can go check that PIFF. If you type in Cans on that PIFF, search Cans on that PIFF, you'll see a few pages worth of music. That's the newest music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Me and my own boy D Johns, we just released 2 albums over in France under the group Fast Lanes with my homeboys Cheaper Shepherd. Shout out to them. Shout out to Solean, everybody holding it down out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I got my own album on iTunes. It's called Fresh. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna peep that. I'm gonna peep that.
One.
Yeah.
I'm about to drop another one with my homeboy DJ Pace One and DJ Paul Nice. About to drop one called Bacon Biscuits. That's about to come out. You know what I mean? iTunes, all that, everywhere.
Okay.
But I'm on all of the platforms, the free platforms, the platforms where you can kick out and support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you see me in the streets, forever, everybody knows out in the kitchen. If you see me in the streets, I got the mixtapes.
Yeah, man.
I'm out here.
So we talked a little bit in the beginning to prep and talked about how me and you have some mutual friends, and now you mentioned somebody else, the White Lotus, man. Paul Nice.
Paul Nice is my dude.
Oh wow.
Me and him and DJ Pace One, we doing a project.
Pace One, yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man.
Recorded over at Blacksmith Beats. Shout out to JP.
Oh, okay. Paul Nice is he holds a special spot for me only of respect because he is the one who taught and showed Monster. Okay. Shout out Record City, my boy Monster. He showed him the way on how to make beats, and I personally loved Monster's production, and
Okay.
Paul Nice was kind of responsible for that. So
Hell
shout out
yeah.
Paul Nice,
Hell yeah,
you
big
know.
shout out to Paul
So I
Nice,
know
man.
whatever you worked on with him is probably fire.
Man,
you know?
it's dope, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to get it out there. It's dope.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really,
what's up.
Really
That's
dope.
what's up. So moving on, and just to let the people know a little bit more about you, when did you realize how this passion of yours? When did you realize this was a fire inside of you that you needed to release? Because you have a lot of material out there. There's a lot. So like, where did that come from? Where's that passion coming from?
Well, like the writing, I don't get writer's block because I've been through a lot, and if I feel like if you're in a position like a poet, a rapper, a singer, if you been through enough, you don't need a ghostwriter, and you don't get writer's block. You're always gonna have something you could touch on, a topic you could touch on,
Something to say.
and that's kind of where I'm at with mine. I don't run out of ideas because I'm always thinking.
Got you.
Know what I mean?
Got you. And how long you been doing this, man?
Forever, man.
Forever.
Me and my cousins was in little R&B groups and little dance, like hip hop groups when we was kids, and then I started rapping when I was 16. And
got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I used to be going to hip hop shows and checking the local talent and checking who was rapping and stuff. And I was working on mines in silence, you know what I mean? Silence, and then I came out and just started, you know what I mean, jumping in ciphers and stuff like that.
Killing
I know it. They didn't even know I could rap, you know what I mean?
You ambushed them. No, but I find that ends up being the truth. Like, even in my days in high school, my rhyme partner ended up being somebody that was kind of introverted, had a bunch of lines in a bag that did, you know what I'm saying, didn't even tell nobody he had it. I'm sitting there going through it, and it's all fire. I'm like, wow. I'm like, if you just say it like this, it's dope, you know? So you was that dude, man.
I was stashing my notebook for a while.
That's
then
what's
I just, you know what I mean? Once I got one of the rhymes down pat, and I seen somebody spin and stuff, because that shit was happening all the time.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Somebody be making a beat on a lunch table or something
Absolutely.
like that.
Yep.
So,
I miss those days.
Hell yeah, man. That real hip hop should we just post up and it be a bunch of dudes rapping.
That's it.
Either it's battling dozens, whatever you want to call it, but if it wasn't rapping, it's just spitting verses, seeing what everybody was rocking with.
Yeah.
I came out of nowhere, you know what I mean, with a couple rhymes I stashed that I had on cap and just spit them.
That's it, man. See, we're around the same age, and I miss those days of the lunchroom or being out on the basketball court and like they playing their game, so you guys can't play yet, so you cipher in. Then it's your turn to play, but you don't want to play because you're still ciphering over here. Oh man.
What's today? Res One. He's one of them people that make you freestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember him up in Record City heckling people when they rapping. So how would you say, since you have so much music, this is a great question for you, and you've been doing it for a minute, how would you say your music has evolved from the early stages to where you're at now?
The early stages, you know what I mean, it was like more aggressive and no break in between the aggressiveness, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Now I think I got music for everybody. My music is more well-rounded, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like I said before, I'm comparing with people that I listened to growing up, like as far as trying to put out music, you know what I mean? Like I said, the people I was trying to be coming up was like Stevie Wonder, the Beatles, all the people I knew that had crazy amounts of songs, Tupac, Jay-Z, all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Talk about Tupac. I mean, his library is crazy. Yeah.
I think I got him.
Yeah.
I think I got more songs.
He might. I'm telling you.
I think I got more songs. I might have more songs. I'm not even saying it to try to guess.
You know?
I think I'm right there. I'm neck and neck with him.
You know? And to that point, the evolution of your music has come from, local producers all the way to people who I admire to this day, like Ninth Wonder. Yeah. Who else have you worked with in there? And tell a little bit of the story on how you got to work with some of these really great producers.
I mean, like, just knowing DJs and being in the mix, like my homeboy got me to drop with Ninth Wonder, my homeboy A&T. Shout out to A&T, A&T TV. That's a thing we used to do where we was interviewing people in the game.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we used to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to go into Atlantic Records and I would bombard them with CDs. Like, I'm all over the place. After the interview, you couldn't find me for like an hour. You know what I mean? So that's how we ran into them and stuff like that. But through DJs I worked with, Sizzler. I worked with a few people, you know what I mean?
Okay.
They've done shows with everybody. They've done shows with everybody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. The credits on you is pretty long, man,
Yeah.
on who you've worked with and open up. So you mentioned Big Daddy Kane and
Daddy Kane,
Bone Thugs
Bone
and
Thugs and Harmony,
Yeah.
Jeezy, Method Man,
yeah.
J. Cole,
Mm-hmm.
like we been rocking around wherever there's a stage. You know what I mean? We trying to get it where we fit in.
And maybe we can talk about that a little bit. The people always find the fame and glamour a little interesting. Have you been able to like converse and rub shoulders with some of these people, or is it more you go in there, do your thing, and you're out, or do you get to talk to Method Man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do my thing, and I you know what I mean. I slide off, say what's up and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. After I do my thing, I'm trying to get in the crowd and give my CDs to everybody and stuff like that. I'm in grind.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm like only person I can honestly say I was kind of like starstruck was like seeing Slick Rick, and I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like Slick Rick,
come
you
on,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Slick Rick, come on.
I grew up listening to him. Like the first tape I had, that I had, was like,
the gold chain sitting on the
you know what I'm
thing,
saying?
man, the blue sky behind him. Come on, man.
So I was like, that was the only time I was like, damn, it's great to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, when I met all of them people through shows at Vassar College and
Yeah.
stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shows at Colgate, shows at Siena College,
Yeah.
all over. We did
Yeah.
show with Jay Electronica out there. She was mad cool.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But it's never on some like.
Starstruck.
Yeah.
No. But I'm talking about more.
grinding.
Yeah, more like networking, like some.
Oh, yeah.
Because getting in their ear, sometimes could be beneficial.
Yeah, we get the music to them and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like I'm saying, like when I get off stage, I'm in grind mode.
Yeah, of course
I'm
you
trying
is.
to get.
Of course he is.
I wipe my sweat off my face.
Yeah.
And then I go straight into the crowd.
Yeah, that's the way to be though. It's fresh.
Yeah.
They just seen you.
I definitely see all of the DJs. I definitely see all of the entertainers and stuff like
It's
that.
smart though to see the DJs, right? Because they're the ones spinning the
They're the ones
records.
spinning the records all day.
You know what I mean? So that's smart. Speaking of venues and having done so many, and don't let it be missed that this gentleman doesn't just perform in the States.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Been out and touring in France for the last 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up,
about
man.
to get outta here
Congratulations,
again,
man.
end of November. Yeah,
Congratulations,
thank you.
man. See, that's what's up. I just can't
Appreciate it.
emphasize enough to everybody out there that please stop using where you live as the reason why you're not doing what you want to do.
Yeah, you gotta go where the crowd is. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my homeboy D Johns. Big shout out to him because me and him been holding down TCP for years. Just me and him. You know what I'm saying? And we've been going out there, man. And like I said, the crowds get crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
And we get mad love. Shout out to my homeboys, Cheaper Shepherd out there, Fast Lanes group. Go check them albums. Just landed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, everything.
Check it.
Yeah. And like I said, man, we all just been grinding out there. They came out here the first time a couple years ago to record the album, and then went back out there, and now we're at this point where we were touring out there back and forth.
Gotcha. And you enjoying that? How's that going?
Oh yeah, it's fam out there, you know what I mean? So when we out there, we having a ball. Like the crowds is great. We're meeting people that have been listening to us for years. Like I told you, I ran into this dude from Zurich, Switzerland.
Yeah.
Been listening to me since Mission 4 Million Part 4.
Yeah.
And it was mad cool because he was like choked up to meet us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he been listening to us mad long. It's like he didn't think he would get to catch us live. You know what I mean? So he caught us at a festival in France. He went from Switzerland to France to catch the festival because that was like the closest he was gonna get.
Got you. That's what's up. That made you feel good.
It touched me crazy because it's crazy when you go out of your state, out of your comfort zone, and you get love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I appreciate it every time we get the chance.
Absolutely. Well, I think you have a lot of accomplishments. Like he said before, you could Google him, but if you go like to SoundCloud or Dat Piff and type in Cans, you will see a large variety of music. I loved what I listened to. Like I told you before, I was listening to you on Volume 4 of Ninth Wonder. You on Ninth Wonder.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
It's
it. It's
dope, man. I
Thank you.
pressed play and I never stopped.
Thank you.
You know, and I think that's the biggest compliment you could get.
I
You know what I mean?
appreciate that
You know,
for real, man.
yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was dope. But go check that one out. But then there is, Cans Influence
that.
Part 1, and then we got Push Your Poetry as well.
You can like that influence, the influence.
Yeah.
It's all 90s beats.
Oh,
All
okay,
90s
yeah.
beats,
I'm a '90s baby
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah.
hip hop. You already know.
Some hip-hop.
Yeah, man. So having done so many shows, having done it for so long, what's your favorite venues that you've been to?
The Bateau Festival in France.
Okay.
We did that 2 years in a row.
Okay.
That crowd is crazy.
Yeah.
People always take they take care of us. We get a lot of love out there.
Okay.
So that's been crazy. We did the Civic Center. We did the Civic Center with hip hop shows and with WWE, like the wrestling events and stuff.
Those
like
are
that.
fun.
The crowd goes crazy. They're like pumped up already.
Yeah.
But like I say the Chance in Poughkeepsie. You know what I mean? That's one of them.
That's a good
hometown
venue,
spots.
right?
Yeah.
It feels good when you're in there. Yeah.
But we've been all over, man. We've been all over.
Yeah. How do you find do you get more or less love in the middle of the country versus the west side? Have you been out to the west side at all?
Yeah, I mean we got love out in the west side too. We got a lot of mixtapes circulating everywhere.
Okay.
Like since I've been doing the music, I used to make posts and be like, "Yo, you send me your address, I'll send you a package."
Got
and
you.
my shit would fill up real quick. You know what I mean? And I would send everybody, make sure everybody gets CDs, make sure everybody gets shirts and everything we was promoting at the time.
Got you.
So we were in Cali, all body like we were out there. You know what I mean? So when we get mad love out there. You know what I mean?
Got you. That's
Midwest to Ohio shows mad love.
Got you.
We get a lot of love.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So again, 845, stand up. You can do it. Yeah. You just got to do it.
It's about grinding.
Yeah, it's about grinding. It is.
You got to put in work.
It is. So I know that you said the passion comes from just enjoying music, just being a music head.
Yeah.
Other people could be a music head and just collect it.
Yeah.
You
definitely.
choose to record it.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration for that?
Like, I growing up listening to music, I always had a love for music, you know what I'm saying? So I want to make my own, you know what I mean?
Okay.
After hearing music that from people I didn't know at all,
Mm-hmm.
and I could fall in love with it like I wrote it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or feel something from it like I wrote it, like I had a part in it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to make music like that. That's mine, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's why I keep going. It's if nobody listened, I would still record music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel
that's
you.
how it be. Like
Got-
some people just gotta get it out of them.
It got you.
I'm one of them people. You know
Got
what
you.
I mean?
And were there any MCs early on that inspired you to rap the way you're rapping?
I like listen to when I was coming up. I listened to everything, but I was listening to a lot of California music. You know what I mean? Like Souls of Mischief and stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I was listening to Nas, Pac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Big. I just try to listen and get my influence, but be me. You
Got
know what I
you.
mean?
Got
So, but I listen to everything, man. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
R&B, like only thing I probably can't get into is country music.
Yeah. I was just about to say
probably
country.
ain't heard country music I like yet. You know what I mean?
Come to a wedding with me and Kurt. We'll play a couple of country songs that you can vibe to. I promise. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. But that's great. What would you say are some of the main topics for your music? And I know it has evolved, and I know it'll change in the future.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think some of the go-to topics are in your music?
Like a lot of my music is coming from some of it's coming from my standpoint, and then sometimes I speak from standpoint of people I think might be listening. You know what I mean? So what I put out there, I'm trying to the bottom line message of mine. A lot of my music is this is what I do. Be yourself.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try not to be a preacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's enough of that. There's enough people out there like
You can
that,
lead
know
by
what I mean?
example and just leave it like that.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
I just try to. I don't really try to push.
Mm-hmm.
Hard. Not nobody else's message, definitely. But
Yeah.
I just try to give them good music to listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of in between.
Yeah, there is a lot of in between right now. So let's tell them before we get too far in. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow you, and all that good stuff.
follow me Instagram at the Real Cans 845. YouTube, Cans TCP, SoundCloud, Cans Music 845. Got 2 pages, got too many songs, got 2 pages. You know what I mean? You can follow my homeboy, D Johns at D Johns 845. I follow him too. You follow him, you find him, you find me. You know what I mean? That's TCP all day. Okay. And you know what I mean? Like you go on that PIFF, it's definitely 60 mixtapes. You can get,
it
you
really
can find
is.
It's 60 mixtapes you can find if you type in Cans on YouTube. Like I said before, Cans TCP. That's where the latest videos are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm working this year. I'm gonna work with everybody I can. Like I said, we just talking about features and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this year I'm trying to work with everybody I can. So
got you.
hit me up. Let's link. Hit them. Follow me, you know what I mean? And
yeah, no, definitely get on that now. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. I'm going to have a lot more individuals on the show, talented just like Can, so you'll definitely want to be in tune for that. So subscribe. I can't tell you what's anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, coming to the latter half of this interview, gotten to know you a little bit, we vibing. Can you describe, because 60 mixtapes in, there's a formula, right? So can you describe briefly, without giving away any secrets, like your music making process? Like how you come up with these songs, like what you're doing?
Picking stuff from shit I've been through, what I'm going through.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And there's not a subject I'm afraid to write about. You know what I mean? So I think that keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people try to stay in this one like set tone, and I don't feel the same every day, so it ain't gonna be the same every song. You know what I mean? So that's what that's how I keep it going and keep it, you know what I mean, dope. Got you. Get a new person listening, you know what I mean? Got you.
So it's that mindset.
Yeah.
Without answering the question, you answered the question. Yeah. It's that mindset is the music making process.
Yeah.
You're looking at everything and saying, I can make a song out of that.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. You know what I mean? Because I can't give it one direct answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope though.
The direct answer is like roll up some blunts and listen to some dope beats and vibe out.
And whatever comes out.
Yeah, that's the direct answer. You know what I'm saying? But like I was like, for real, man, it's no straight answer for that.
Yeah,
it's no straight answer for that. Like all the music I've done and like the collabs I've done, you know what I mean? I bounce around in between R&B. I wrote R&B songs. I've written rock songs. I don't stay in my genre, you know what I'm saying? I've done trap, hip hop, techno, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever it meets, music meets. If the beat is dope, I can rock with it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep. I get that. I get that from you 100%. And I think it's dope. So let's talk about this real quick. And I know this part you're probably not as enthused as the next person because you've been around it for so long. But it is one of my favorite questions on the show. Okay. Tell me, and I'll make it more specific for you so that you can answer the question. Tell me about the first time that you was out there on stage or whatever, and you really did, like, you felt like a star.
I was performing this song called 845 Be Hustling, and I was grinding with this mixtape called Mission for a Million Part 2. Okay. I was grinding with it for mad long. Me and DJ Kurt Crazy. Me and Kurt Crazy was grinding with it for mad long. And we grinded with it so long. By the time we did this party for it, man, everybody knew the words. And all the shit we were performing. So it's crazy. Like, and it was the town, too. It was Power Kingdom. You know what I mean? It was PK. So the town was going crazy. They knew the words on shit. I think it was at the Chance. Yeah, it was definitely at the Chance. It was in the loft part. Yeah. And but we had that shit going crazy because we pushed the mixtape so hard. Yeah. But I was expecting people to come, you know what I mean? Yeah. Showing love, whatever. But they came and they knew the shit.
Yeah, they knew the words. So
that was that's what turned it on for me. You know what I mean?
There you go.
All the way, like.
There you go.
You gotta do this harder.
Yeah. I love asking that question because I love looking at the smile that comes when they answer, you know, and so that you did it for me too. Yeah. We talked about where they can find you. Let's tell them one more time on Instagram. Where is it?
That's at the Real Cans 845. Follow my homeboy D Johns at D Johns 845.
All right.
You know what I mean?
YouTube,
Cans TCP, Cans Music 845, 2 pages.
and then you're on Twitter heavy, right? Is that you still? Not really. What about Facebook?
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm on Cans. Cans, you can find me on Facebook, Cans.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you got Instagram, you got YouTube, and you got Facebook. Let's go. You have no excuses not to find this man's
You can
music.
find music on iTunes, Deezer, Spotify.
That Piff. Trust me.
That Piff everywhere. Just put in Cans. You'll find it.
Yes,
You'll find
sir.
something.
Yes, sir. So sitting here with Cans, I just want to ask you a couple questions about today's hip hop.
Okay.
You know, what's your answer? I asked Kurt Crazy this exact question. What's your take on old school hip hop and new school hip hop and the verses? What's your take on that?
You mean which one is better, or like?
Yeah, because you know, old school heads like me who are old.
Yeah.
Okay, say that the new stuff's wax, it's whatever.
Yeah.
The old, they can't mess with Big Pun. They can't do nothing.
Yeah.
What's your take on it? Especially because you're still creating and doing all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think with the new music, you can find dopeness in everything. So you know what I mean. It's probably like if you ain't gonna feel the mainstream pushed shit, probably. You know what I mean. But I think music has to change and evolve, but there's gonna be people that are sparked by real music, and they're gonna come out too. You know what I mean? It's gonna come. Music has to evolve though.
Yeah,
it has to change. You have to give a lane to the people that even the music that you can't even listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying? So music has to change. With me, I never looked at music where it should stay the same. It should stay one way. Because if rap did stay one way, you wouldn't have, after NWA, you wouldn't have had Common Sense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you wouldn't have had everybody, for a minute, everybody was a floss rapper.
Right.
A flossy rap. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of stuff, like, you know what I mean? They went from fight the power to niggas with attitudes to it has to keep changing. That's what I think it's doing now. I don't think it's a good, or I mean I think it's a good thing. I don't want to look at it as a bad thing, because music has to change. But if you really want the type of music that you want to hear, you'll find it. You know what I mean? Because it's out there.
No, it's true. It's true. It is out there. Just like I just didn't know to look for your music. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. You know what I mean? So now I know I can go do that. I just think that what you said is the most important part. Is like the mainstream stuff is what's getting pushed so hard. So that's what has like me are hearing that, because my ear isn't set to the underground anymore. You know what I mean? And like that's what's being pushed on me, and I'm like, man, hip hop is getting so whack, But then you're right. I go pick up, what's his face dropped the tape. Royce the 5'9", the Book of Ryan, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's joints out there, like the kid that was sounding like Nas, what's his name? Everybody thought he was Nas for
Your Old Drew.
Yeah, Your Old Drew, you know what I mean? His tape was dope, you know what I mean? He was spitting some stuff on there, you know what I mean? There's been some joints out there that have been tough, and so you're right. Sometimes it's about digging a little bit. So for all us old school heads out there, hip hop's not dead. Didn't change for everybody. It's just you gotta go look for what you want.
It's hip hop's not that at all. You gotta go look for what you want. Like I said, it's people out there, even out of the new dudes. You can find some dope ass shit. Like I fuck with our Future. I fuck with a lot of different people. You know what I mean? That's out there now. I just pick and choose what I like. You know what I mean? The thing that's getting pushed the most probably ain't the thing I'm gonna like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Especially if it can make it on the radio. I ain't trying to shit on the radio, but if it can make it onto the radio, it's probably not in my deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So I just say you just look for it. If you ain't feeling that, if there's something that you could feel from the artist, it might be something else you like. You know what I mean? They might have some dope shit somewhere tucked. You know what I mean?
But I'm here to tell you, people, if you're in that 90s lane like me and you feel like that was the golden era, shout out Jag with Golden Era. This dude right here has got what you're looking for, and you got like 60 different mixtapes and albums to go through to hear it all. He spits lyrics. He's not just saying words. He's spitting lyrics. He really is. He's something you can sit down and listen to. And I'm going to say it again, and I know it's the old one, but yo, Volume 4, you can just play it.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's like, you know.
Plug it. That's,
you know,
that's
I
what
love
I said,
it.
man.
You
Thank
know,
you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But, Cans, I think that's our show for today, man.
Oh, man.
You
Thank
know,
you for having me.
Yeah, man. It was my pleasure. Hopefully, if you have any more stuff coming out, so you might see him next week.
Yeah,
come through,
coming.
man. You know what I mean? Come
it's
through.
Coming. There's definitely some more coming.
You know, so you'll probably see him on a Voice of the Valley showcase in the summer, people.
Yeah,
so you know, so pay attention. That is season 2, episode 2, in the bag. Voice of the Valley. He is Cans. I am Gabriel. Party people. We out.
Peace.